Pep Guardiola last night took charge of a team that lost a 3-goal lead in 14 minutes. Their winless run now goes to 6 games. Let's talk to Sean, a Spurs fan, and first Adam, a Liverpool fan, who's joined us now. Hello.
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, we're good, thank you. What do you want to say about last night at the Etihad Stadium? I mean, a Liverpool fan commenting on City is always needs to be caveated with your affiliations, but go on.
Yeah, well, we are playing them on Sunday.
You are?
No, I've just spoke to your producer. I'm disgusted in the fans. Like, how dare they boo that team? Like, I'm a Liverpool fan. Now, we never got in the top 4 the other year, getting beat by teams that we should be beating. This is what you call, like, a bad run. It's not a crisis, they're having a bad run. Get behind the team. Like, Liverpool fans, now, they'll obviously watch on Sunday or watch tonight. That's what you call a crowd. Now, forget Liverpool. I'll go to Man United. Look at Man United fans against Ipswich. They drew 1-1 at Ipswich, and all the fans are singing the manager's name, because that's what you do. You get behind the team when you're going through a bad time. The fans are a joke, and an absolute joke. Honestly, they do me head in. They're so lucky what they've had. Not lucky, because they deserved it. What I mean is, they've had so much, like, what's the word? They've just had so much, like...
Well, they've had so much success over the course of the last 15 years, but aren't they sort of, aren't they entitled to turn around and say, well, we've paid our money, we can give our opinion? No?
No, I disagree.
Why are you shaking your head?
I think he's spoiled.
You've given your opinion at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but he's right. I haven't booed the team very often. In fact, I don't really ever remember being in the stands at Old Trafford booing the team.
You've wired into them enough.
Yeah, I wire into them. You can be critical of their performances. I don't think these City players were trying to concede goals. They're not trying to lose games. I think they should have enough credit in the bank that 6 games without a win doesn't constitute being booed off, to be honest. I'd imagine it's not the hardcore City fans who are voicing their displeasure. It's not those supporters who watch them flounder against Stockport in Division 2. It's the Johnny-come-latelys who've only known success. But I agree. I think it's a poor look.
Rory is a Leeds fan. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate the call. 03717223344. Rory's a Leeds fan. Hello.
Hey, old fellas. You're right. Great show as always.
Thank you very much for coming on. What do you want to say to Simon Jordan and Alex Crook?
I don't want to bring the mood down, but I run a men's mental health charity in Nottinghamshire called In Light in the Shadows, and I know City are affiliated with Andy's Man Club, which is like a brilliant charity.
It does great work.
I appreciate and I respect Simon's stoicism, and we need that in life as well. But the reporter did go a bit off topic. However, it was Pep's laugh after it, the satirical laugh, I think, which basically stops men from opening up more. So I just wanted to highlight the fact that if there's men listening to the show and heard him like making light of it and laughing about it, I was like, just don't. If you want to chat, if you're self-harming, contact people to talk to. That was all, really. It's not a dig at Simon either, by the way.
Simon?
No, I think that I can understand your sensitivity about the subject. I think it's the nature of the question and the imposition that Pep Guardiola probably thinks as a result of the journalists' curiosity, because obviously the journalist is very concerned about the well-being of Pep Guardiola, rather than creating some sensationalised headline. So I don't think Pep Guardiola meant to take it in the direction that you're alluding to. I think it was just probably a little bit of contempt and disdain at the nature of the question.
Yeah, fair play. It's all interpretation at the end of the day, isn't it? But
Indeed it is.
It's Men's Health Month, and I think these things are really important, and that we all kind of go on the same pathway with it, and not to take the mick out of it, because I deal with blokes regularly that they basically gaslight themselves and they invalidate the suffering they're going through. So, yeah, I just thought at the end it was a little bit off cue from him. But then again, he's stressed at the minute, so I think that's exactly the point.
Rory, thank you very much. And we will be doing a big section on exactly that a little bit later on in the programme. Hugo Monyo is going to join us to talk through Movember. Pep was scratching his face during the game. It's a mark of his distress. Of course, it is a relevant question, says one texter. Morning, lads. Only plastic fans will boo because they've been sport over the last 10 years or so. I'll guarantee those fans won't be at the Etihad if they get relegated over the 115 charges. Fares the red. Do you know what, though? They did have big crowds when they were in the second and third tier of English football. I think that's worth pointing out. Harry is a City fan. Hello.
Hi, lads. First-time caller. It's just to address... I understand the booing. It's not going to happen every game, but it's just frustration. Any team 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go, you throw it away, the fans are always going to be annoyed.
How long have you been a City fan?
If you usually 3-0 up, since I've been born, 98.
98. So you've seen the dark days. You've seen the drop out of the Premier League, that they went down from what was then the
Exactly,
old
when we
First
had
Division
announced
as well.
Or when he was 4.
In his Moses basket, yeah.
Well, he's seen the hard times. You've seen them come back up, presumably. How old were you? Actually, 99 they came back up, didn't they? So maybe you haven't. Yeah, maybe you haven't.
So I was December, so a bit of luck. But my point is, obviously, it's not going to happen every game going forward if we lose. But it's just 3-0 up with 15 minutes to go. It isn't acceptable to.
What do you think the problem is then?
Why
Why have they collapsed? Why did they collapse so quickly last night?
I think it's sort of showing the lack of legs in midfield. I think we've got an ageing squad as it is, constant injuries. We need a big January, but are we going to do it? Probably not. We never do business really in January. It will probably be a holdout to the summer potentially. But I think it's just lack of legs really.
Harry, thank you very much. Sunday afternoon, you'll be playing Liverpool. Crook and I will be at Anfield for the Sunday session, which starts this week at 1 o'clock. Don't be late, by the way. 1 o'clock start. Early start this week. Danny's a City fan. Hello?
Hello.
What do you want to say?
I just wanted to address, obviously, you're kind of pushing the agenda that a lot of Man City fans were booing last night. Now, I was at the game. I go to all the games. There was a very, very, very small minority of fans that did this little bit of booing.
So they did boo?
A very small minority.
Okay. Not pushing the agenda. Pep Guardiola said that your fans are entitled to boo them. That's what happened.
Say that again, sorry.
Pep Guardiola spoke after the game and he said that they were entitled to boo.
Well, somebody asked him the question, Sam. That's why. But he didn't walk into a press conference and volunteer that information. One of your brethren popped up and asked him the question.
Stop blaming the media just because they asked about an event that happened. What are they supposed to do? Just sit there and go, this was a great game, that was it.
I'm not blaming the media. You're characterising the conversation in a certain way.
I'm not characterising it. I'm asking the question.
And what you're doing is you're then weaponising what Pep Guardiola did to disarm the fella's arguments.
No, I'm saying what we're talking about.
He's saying a small section of the fan base booed. Right. We're amplifying it as if it were a big section. And Pep Guardiola...
What did you think last night when you heard it?
What do I think?
What did you
I think
when
fans
you
are
heard
entitled to boo. I never think it's admirable, but I think they're entitled to boo. If they're entitled to cheer, then they're entitled to boo.
Okay.
Do I think there's enough credit in the bank? Do I think Man City deserve to be supported through this difficult period? Yeah. But highly paid footballers that have got lots of space to say for themselves and their entitlement in this world often brings out a reaction in people when they don't get what they want.
But actually, we didn't characterise the conversation. There was a fan who rang up and said that people shouldn't be entitled to boo. It was a Liverpool fan who said it was a disgrace that this team would boo.
You just characterised the conversation with this fella.
No.
The fella just turned around and said it was a small section, and then you said Pep Guardiola is the one that addressed the booing. Because a bloody journalist asked him, Sam.
Because
that's
it
the reason
happened.
why. He didn't walk into a room and say, excuse me, can I bring up the idea that fans were booing? Somebody asked him the question, so he responded to it, which is what this fellow is addressing by saying, actually, it was a very small section of the fan base.
Danny,
I think he's right. But remember, Martin Keown was on this programme, 2 days ago, saying it's our job to generate headlines. We should be making the headlines, not trying to dampen them down.
Danny was there. Let's get his take on it. Danny?
Yeah. So it is to me, it is use the media that are trying to push. There's a very large section of the City fans that are booing. No, some are a very small section, obviously frustrated at how last night went and how that we're on a bad run of form. That's all that. Obviously, the Liverpool fan that was on a moment ago calling us disgusting because of the small minority of fans booed after last night's game. That's what I wanted to address with it.
Danny, I think Alex Crook actually said when he brought it up, it was a small minority. I think he said it wasn't the hardcore City fans that had been around in the dark days. He's actually said it was only those who had recently become Manchester City supporters.
Well, Alex Crook is right there then, because that's what it was. But the previous caller, the Liverpool fan, has just stated that Man City fans are disgusted. We've been treated over the last few years to brilliant, amazing football and winning after winning after winning. So obviously we're on a little bit of a bad run now. So the small minority of fans that have probably not been fans that long that have just wanted to jump on the winning bandwagon, they've just decided that, we're on a bad run, we'll boo. But it's not the actual Manchester City fans that go week in, week out.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.